MPs vote and Plan B restrictions. Some MPs back against wearing masks in legal settings for have 2 more on passports. As 399 MPs back for permanent mask compulsion. Also, as the House Secretary wants, so could get words in for one of the Christmas he wants. That's our interest could soon be overwhelmed. A South Africa report for 2 vaccines for Oxford AstraZeneca and Moderna vaccine. And in Scotland, negotiation says that creating 2 less resources before vaccines still allowed to mix 3 houses and the newspaper can cover this Christmas. On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. As thousands are now protesting in some countries as 11 police, as there are 40 police cars in Hong Kong as thousands protest against the fire. We have more. And finally, we'll have your questions. We'll answer your questions of vaccines at 7:40.
Another important moment as Boris Johnson and his government try and navigate this pandemic. Mr. Johnson's facing potentially the biggest backbench rebellion since he became Prime Minister a couple of years ago. As we wait for him to tell us who the approach to speaker and then see. Let's speak to the BBC's Nick Airley, who's going to help us guide us through all of this. Nick, first of all, tell us about the vote that's already happened.
So about half an hour ago, Roz, we had a vote on extending the compulsory wearing of face coverings to England to some.
Well, we're waiting for some vaccines on the booster program. We're going to talk about the vaccine. The vaccine is a late one, but in just 25 minutes, in 20 minutes time, at 7:20, in just 20 minutes time, I'll be voting on compulsory of vaccines. In just 20 minutes time, at 7:20, we'll go say we'll get for first visit. But Nick agreed. A bad mask. 399 MPs disagree with wearing masks, but 200 MPs still agree with a mask compulsory. So tell us about that vote, Nick. Of course, yes. In the last 55 minutes, the first vote of the night. 200 MPs agree with the Prime Minister about wearing masks, but 399 disagreed and joined Labour's point of view, and Labour don't think masks are fair at all. Well, Labour, of course, they don't agree with masks at all. Like Labour said, if Labour said in this seminar, he thinks that masks are not going to do anything. But not going to do anything, are they? Of course not. And I think Labour's point of view don't care about new people voting, but 399 MPs are going to Labour side and saying masks are bad, but 200 MPs are going to Prime Ministers and government side about masks are compulsory, should be compulsory. So I think it's going to go either way. The results are that 399 MPs disagreed, 399 and 399 and 200. So 200 MPs joined for Prime Minister and 399 lost for Prime Minister. So 399 equals 200. So that's one point. We're going to talk about vaccine. The next one will question comments at 25 past where the second vote will take place. CK Stammer, we'll hear from CK Stammer shortly here in the hour. But Nick, I just want to point on, do you think the vaccines are going to be crucial? Of course, vaccines help us deal with events, So we didn't have vaccines when we had Delta, but we have vaccines against Omicron, so I think it's going to be a phase back. So we will do things, but we will talk to Ross Michaels, who is an MP. We're going to speak to an old MP, speak to Ross Michaels. Hi Ross. So Ross is Nick Conlon, if you might go to you if anything happens. We are going to stay with Nick. Nick, just pause your speaker. I'm going to go to break Cleveland time. Let's speak to Ross Michaels. He's a Labour. He's an MP on social restrictions. Ross, thank you for taking the time. Ross, do you think restrictions are going to happen? Do you think for many restrictions like masks and working from home is possible? Do you think masks are compulsory? Do you agree with the 200 MPs agree with the Prime Minister? Do you agree with the Prime Minister? Do you think the masks are needed to stop the spread of Omicron? Ross, in your point of view.
Does that mean you need a COVID pass to go out to eat?
Well, we will get back to Nick actually. This is the government will extend it only for night clubs. We won't go to any other hospitalities. Nick, do you think I will extend vaccine passports to any other restaurant? Nick, I'm going to question. Do you think the government will expire having me to go to a hospitality? Maybe you might have to use it in a pub or bar or cafe, or you might even use it to get into even in the even when you go into a library or by now you might have to show you've been vaccinated and it's a lateral flow test. Well, apparently now the MPs are going on break. The MPs are on break. The MPs will come back at 7:25. The MPs are not going on break. MPs are on break. The MPs are on break now. So the MPs will come back at 7:25. They're on their break now, which means they get a bit of time to discuss and then go and vote on the vaccine, or the final one will come up at 8 o'clock. Now, back to Ross and Ross. Do you think vaccine passports could stop the spread of Omicron, and do you think it's needed to get into any effects? channel. Look at that.
What?
On my channel.
Not on your channel. I'm on my channel. No videos.
Oh! Look at that song. Ross will not make it. Ross Michaels, we will rejoin Ross after the first season. So Ross, you can go. We'll rejoin you after 7:30 on Funny Wishes. We'll leave the link for now, but we're going to focus on other countries of America. We have 16 for the last 2 hours scared for briefing on Dante. He said, but we're losing cases are going up every single day. In the last week, we've seen a rise of 58 cases. The cases today reached 59,610 cases today. Let's hear from other House said. Let's hear for what David Jarvis said at Danish. What's got done? Please remember this. Well, visibly glad at you. People will have to take 2 lateral tests. Only 3 households and 2 people can mix. You can. Legal system said you'll be allowed to mix for 3 days. People in Scotland can mix on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. So you can mix on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. So to take 2 PCR tests. Also, businesses, social care staff and care and businesses workers will also have to take a test. And school pupils will also have to take a PCR test for a weekend. This is what Nicholas Sturgeon said to Parliament. Let's hear from what the First Minister of Scotland, Nicholas Sturgeon, said in Parliament. This is what she said. Mrs. Speaker, the risk now people overwhelm our energy system reform. So we're taking new measures to stop the spread. People, I will now announce that if people want to mix this Christmas, you have to take 2 lateral tests and you should get the results in just under 25 minutes. You can. I've been told people in Scotland can mix on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day to stop the spread of Omicron. Or even cross to Glasgow outside Parliament, where James Collins said, "James, what does this mean for people in Scotland? They have to take 2 lateral tests before mixing in Scotland. So what does that mean for Scotland? People who live in Scotland, James?" People agreed about vaccine passports, but 126 disagree about having to be vaccinated. I don't know yet. They're going, but we don't know. The result is 369 against 126. want to introduce something personal. But 369 people who agree, they agree. 369 agree with the Prime Minister. But 126 other MPs don't agree. We've still got more votes. The vote's not over yet. We've still got 2 more votes to collect. Also, 369 people said that masks should be worn in every city. So 369 MPs agree that masks should be worn. Are you watching it or not?
No, you tell me.
Fine, but I'm not in there. I'm not used to. So, well, James, Scotland are voted the worst case of this because they reported 60 cases or something. They reported 4 yesterday, 6 Bob. Does that make a doubtful of the government Scotland will say?
Precious darlings, come here, and kids, what do you mean? What do you mean?
George! This is important. George! Thank you. Let's cross to Oxford University and join Charles Nicholas. So Charles, do you think proving you've been vaccinated is? Do you think a COVID pass is at the right way for people to get into an club or other sport events?
And they voted for mandatory vaccination of NHS staff. Yes.
Both also pass.
It's also passed for the passes. COVID passport.
I told Dad that. But why are they not putting their foot down and saying why are people voting? why people are going to the Parliament. Oh my god! Shut up! Okay, thank you for now. Charles, everything will come back to you very shortly if we can use on the vaccine and passports, which can't be until later today. Watch goes back to the House of Parliament and join the Nick. But we're still with Fanny Griffith result. 399 and 126 as a result. We still don't know about the MPs. We don't know about 126 MPs. But just agreed about masks here yet.
Hello, mister.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Mom!
I love you anyway.
Shut up. Okay, Nick, do you think Valerie should put their foot down or not about physician? Because it's about how many people. The 126 MPs have voted against masks. We don't know. But 10 of them, 10 of the MPs who are voting against masks were Tory MPs. So, breaking it to and said, the 10 of the MPs, 10 of the MPs were Tory MPs. So, 10 Tory MPs disagreed about masks. What's your opinion on it? So 10 Tory MPs disagreed about masks. So 10. BBC News breaking. 10 Tory MPs vote against masks. 10 Tory MPs vote against masks. Wait. Please leave us in the comment. The MPs are coming back. The MPs have had their break. The MPs have had their break. The MPs have had their break and they're coming back for the next vote on the vaccine now. See how many voted. The vote will stand just under 2 minutes or so, but the MPs are coming back. So 10 Tory MPs voted against masks. We now know that only 10 Tory MPs. Nick, there were only 10 Tory MPs voting against masks wearing. So there were only 10 Tory MPs voting against them. like we're holding everything. We are just gonna cross to my. We're threatened to hear. Let's speak to Shadow House Secretary. Who's we'll speak to him. He's not at the comments room. He's in Central London. Let's speak to Jonathan. Jonathan, do you think that masks should be worn in every indoor setting? Because we just received news that 10 Tory MPs backed down against masks. What's your feeling on that, Jonathan? COVID-19 votes on 10 Tory MPs. 10 Tory MPs vote against mask. And also, Jonathan, of course, do you think, let's talk about the vaccine. Do you think that do you think that NHS staff should be next in line for a first dose of COVID-19 vaccine? Just give us a reason why you think yes or no, give us a reason. You think yes. Why do you think NHS staff NHS staff should be next in line for a dose of a vaccine? Just give us a quick reason why. Child, film me, get no.
Ouch.
Get in there.
Shut your hands. Down to me, Maddie.
Get out. Child. I'm gonna break it. You're not allowed out here and filming.
Hello, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy the MPs.
First, I'll Shadow House Secretary. Thank you. It's Jonathan Ashworth. I was Shadow House Secretary. Thank you. We'll go back to Nick. The voting hasn't begun yet. These are live pictures in the House of Commons. There's still, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker is still waiting for 4 more MPs. 4 MPs have not come back. They're still waiting for 4 more MPs in the can begin. Welcome to join Nick again. Nick, you're joined by Sarah Cooper, who you're joined by Siki Stammers of a leader, Sarah Cooper. Let's see what Sarah has to say. Thank you, I'm joined by the leader of the Labour leadership campaign, Sarah Cooper. So, what was your view on this situation? Thank you, Nick. So thank you. Thank you. So Nick heard you were speaking to the leader of the Labour leadership, the leader of the Labour Apprenticeship Council. Council, that was to say. Thank you, Nick. We'll go on. Now, we're going to focus on the global situation. As newsly reported today, 50,220 cases. They made a statement. They said they will bring the measures in on Saturday, which means public social coverage will have to shut on 8 must be compulsory in public social coverage and even in shops and transport. And also, you will have to prove being vaccinated to get into an outcome. They have new restrictions. Then new restrictions will come into force on Saturday. Then 3 new measures will come into force on Saturday. Here's our New Zealand correspondent, James Matthews, has this report. James Matthews has this report.
So you had to come out today.
As apart from James Matthews, we get more fish surely on actually we have got Tennis Cross choosing and join James Matthews. So James, you have let me go through them again. Pubs, bars, restaurants, and cafes will shut at 8 p.m. You have to wear a mask in pubs, bars, restaurants, cafes, even in shops, transport. You have to prove you've been vaccinated and you have to prove you've been double jabs twice and has a lot of difficulties going to an in this year. So what do you make James officers new restrictions to us in this year? Thank you. As soon as my people can leave, we're going to return to the comments because MPs MPs are still 13 on whether vaccine is something we can rejoin Nick. Nick, what's your review on this situation that's happening in the comments now, Nick?
Here we are once again, says Anna in the Netherlands. Let's turn now to Scotland, where people have been asked to limit socialising in the run-up to Christmas. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon stressed this is advice, not a legal requirement, but the number of Omicron cases is increasing faster than any previous variant that we've seen. Our Scotland correspondent James Shaw has more.
It certainly felt like Christmas was coming at this market in Glasgow, but just how much will the new variant affect celebrations in Scotland? Ahead of Nicola Sturgeon's statement, shoppers were anxious about Omicron and the impact it might have on their lives. At Holyrood, the First Minister said this was not the update she had wanted. The Scottish Conservatives said Ms Sturgeon should have moved faster on booster vaccinations. The First Minister's statement also included legally enforceable measures to stop crowding and maintain
Natalie, do you think some Tory MPs will disagree about getting NHS staff vaccinated? No. Some Tory MPs might disagree. But anyway, next line is currently NHS staff are next in line for a first dose of vaccine. I think NHS staff will be given either for Pfizer or Moderna. What's your view on? Do you think that some Tory MPs will disagree with NHS staff getting it before other people in the UK?
James from Glasgow, and we know across the UK COVID cases are continuing to rise, and the government continues to implement its Plan B in England, while the other four nations are also implementing their own strategies. Almost 60,000 people have tested positive in the past 24 hours. Also, more than 500,000 people have received their booster jabs in the last 24 hours. That's in line with government targets. There have been issues, though. Here's Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab. This evening, both of you, Aisha, both. Thank you very much indeed. Just want to get started on this, another extraordinary evening, as I say, in the House of Commons. And let me use some allergies here. And the size of the rebellion on the Tory backbenches, and they've got a shot across the Prime Minister's back, so are they holding below them? Well, we will have to.
Listen to Coach Nicole. The next, thousands in Hong Kong protest after 50 people died. 50 police protests in Hong Kong as police block off, police put barriers on the road. Thousands are protesting on that side. The police have put barriers, 5 barriers around here, so they're protesting on that side and they're trying to block people going this side. Instead of police cars have been on for the last 2 hours trying to stop this. Here's our Hong Kong update from Jack Campbell. For Jack Campbell, our Hong Kong. We can speak to the Hong Kong President, Sarah Gamble, who's here. Sarah, what's your view on people protesting against this big eruption fires happening in Hong Kong? Sarah, do you think this could spark into people dying and people being arrested? Do you think? Sarah. Okay, so you're saying people could be arrested, but people could not die. Okay, Sarah, 2 more questions. My third one is, do you think the police are handling it well? My question was, do you think the police are handling the situation really well or not? I'm giving you a reason why. Before we let you go and do something else, Sarah, do you think we handled it very well or not? Do you think people are taking this protest seriously? Do you think people are taking this protesting seriously? Why, Sarah, quickly? That was the Hong Kong. Thank you. That was the Hong Kong President Sarah Gamble here on BCS. Thank you, also. Well, we can go back to the comments because this isn't it. Thank you. I can now reveal for third time. 300 people agree that vaccines should be given to NHS staff, and 100 and 130 people disagree. So we can rejoin the event. So that vote's over. 300 people think that NHS staff should be next in line for the vaccine, but 100 people disagree. So what's your view on that vote, Nick?